A stunning admission from the acting Secret Service director during his testimony before Congress as we wait to hear from the agency at a news conference today with questions mounting over the assassination attempt of former President Trump. Joining us now are the heads of the congressional task force investigating the shooting, Republican Pennsylvania Congressman Mike Kelly and Democratic Colorado Congressman Jason Crow. It's great to have you here. Thanks for being here. Congressman Kelly, tell us a little bit about, what we know so far, based on some leaks, some information, a little bit of testimony, a little bit of interviews that, frankly, we've been able to get here at Fox News. What do you want to hear from them today at a news conference?
Well, I think whatever talking points they have, they have. I think the concern that both Jason and I have is we want to go back to the very beginning of the site selection and the preparation that was put in place then for our candidate to appear, for President Trump to come to Butler, Pennsylvania, and actually appear. But in everything in life is about the preparation for an event, and then the aftermath. It's like, well, we weren't prepared for this, or we weren't prepared for that. I think it's time, and I think Jason can talk for himself, but I think we're more concerned with making sure this doesn't happen again, and what wasn't taken into consideration from the time the site was selected to the time up to that point. What was the preparation that was taken? Who was put in place for security? A lot of my friends were on the police force that were there that day. They were there for traffic control. So whenever people start saying, well, they should have done this and they should have done that, I think sometimes we need to stop looking at who to blame and start to figure out, okay, let's make sure it can never happen again. I know Jason's background. Listen, he's an Army Ranger, decorated. He knows what he's talking about. We are so blessed with so many special forces guys in Congress right now. They have great experience about doing these things. But the preparation for any event is one thing that I think we were lax in that day.
Speaker Johnson told Dana and me in Milwaukee that he wanted those with military and intelligence backgrounds. I hope he got them all. There's a whistleblower talking to Josh Hawley on the Senate side who says that the Counter Surveillance Division, the CSD, wasn't there. And had they done their job, this guy would have been, quote, handcuffed in the parking lot. Now, roll this video, number 2, guys. This is the assailant moving off the roof of that building. And, man, you look at this now and you think it's so obvious. And I know hindsight's 20/20, and we can't get it back, but thank God he survived, right? I believe, Congressman Crow, your report's due in December. We're going to be through an entire campaign by then. Can we do it before that, sir?
Well, first off, I was very pleased when I heard that Mike was going to be the chairman of this task force. We have a great working relationship. We've spoken this week about how we're going to approach this investigation. There's zero daylight between Mike and I on this, because this has to be a focused, nonpartisan, very serious effort, because the American people deserve answers to these questions. It was unacceptable what happened. It can't happen again. The American people have to have confidence that their elected officials are secure, and it should not matter whether you're Republican or Democrat or independent. Our elected officials and candidates must be secure, and right now people don't have that confidence. So we're going to get the answers, and we're going to do it exactly the way that Mike talked about it. We're not going to jump 3 or 4 steps ahead. I know there's a lot of questions that people have, but we're going to conduct this investigation the way that investigations need to be conducted, and we're going to start from the very beginning. And we're going to create a chronology. We're going to figure out what should have happened, what did happen, and we're going to walk all the way through it.
Congressman, I love to see that Denver skyline behind you. A little bit of home. But Congressman Kelly, just before we leave, on a separate topic, because we did have the wonderful news of the release of the 3 Americans yesterday, but one of your constituents, Mark Fogel, is still imprisoned in Russia. And just give you a final word on that as we end the segment.
This is going to be an endless task for us trying to get Mark back home. Quite frankly, a lot of what we've seen the last couple of years, we're trying to figure out what can we do that we're not doing right now in order to get Mark back home. I will tell you this, my concern, his mother's 95 years old. They grew up right across the street from our business. They're really good people. A guy is in prison, and this is a guy who's been doing his whole career of teaching our diplomats' children. And the question is, so why weren't they protected, and why are we having such a hard time getting them out?
We need to keep his name front of mind. We do, and we will. Okay.
There's an irony that he's from Butler County, PA. I mean, unbelievable. Gentlemen, come back. Mike Kelly, Jason Crow, the Republican and Democrat.
Good to have you both. Thank you.